What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Brotherly Things.
Why are you always so loud?
How I live, man. You know that. How I live. Hyper 24/7 since 365.
I heard the stutter.
I was gonna say more, say a leap year, but I was like, forget it.
I heard the stutter. So you about to say something stupid and caught himself.
I did. What? Yeah, I'm just keep it going. What's going on, everybody? So, on today's episode of Unscripted, on today's episode of Brotherly Banter, we got WandaVision to talk about. Now, originally, we were going to discuss this at some point in the middle, but I decided.
You decided.
I decided to hold off until it was all done.
Oh, you decided, huh?
Yes.
That's crazy. Because we didn't even talk about it.
Right, because the world is insane. Right, thank you.
We didn't talk about holding off, but it's okay.
That's all right,
you want to lie in front of the people. That's cool. Pathological liar.
Oh, God. So, yes, WandaVision finished last week, Friday. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Now, we have friends that obviously they feel differently, but I don't care. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It gave a lot of clues to what's coming. Obviously, you know, whenever they talked about, I think it was like towards the 8th and 9th episode, they always talked about, you know, there's a surprise person coming through, and then I didn't get who I wanted, obviously. I didn't get,
He's not the actor.
John Krasinski, a.k.a., or he better be a.k.a.
He's not.
Reed Richards.
He's not.
You know, that's who I want. Anyway, WandaVision, to me, recap of the whole thing, spoiler, I guess, if you haven't seen it by now, which is mind-blowing to me.
Shame on you.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it by now,
Cut the video off, go binge watch it, then come back.
I like how you think. I like how you think, Bruce. I like how you think. So, here's the thing. To me, let's start off with this.
Oh, hold on. She was the villain in the entire show. You can't debate me any different.
Bro,
what?
We here. I was just about to start off.
Oh.
We here.
Touch me.
I was actually about to start off with that point of view. She was the villain. She was the villain throughout the whole show until Agatha showed up, and then it made it seem like she wasn't. But she's the villain. Okay.
Because they made it. Well, first of all, Sword said that she came in and took Vision. Then we find out that she never took him.
So she's off the hook for that.
Yes, but kidnapping an entire town, that's...
Oh, yeah.
That's so many kidnapping charges, that's not even funny.
Yes, yeah. Like,
but,
and it's the worst, I'm sorry.
No.
The part that bothered me the most from an emotional point, well, there's a lot of emotional points, but the one where it was known that they felt her fear, her were in pain, and they were living in it.
Yes.
Like as zombies, as manipulated into it. I'm like,
she didn't have that much control, so they had no choice but to feel their emotions.
Yeah.
I guess especially when she was asleep, I guess more.
Yeah.
Or I guess supposed sleep. We don't know if she actually slept the entire time, but supposedly slept, and they still felt it.
That's not okay. that's not okay.
Well, because none of this would have happened. I mean, the white Vision, I think, would have came eventually, but it held because they had her energy from the drone that went through.
Thing, yes, basically.
Agatha may or may not happened. I guess it all depends. Because if Wanda would have stayed low key, I don't know if Agatha would have happened as soon or if at all. Because once she took the town, I'm assuming Agatha showed up. No, continue.
No. I hear your point. Like, there's been a lot of argument that, you should feel her pain. No, you don't need to take a town. I get losing. Listen, I'm not one of. I'm not one to really knock her because I didn't have a loved one I had to kill, and then only for somebody to revert time, bring him back to life, and then they kill him. I gotta watch it twice. No, that's an emotional scarring.
And then technically he died 3 times. Because
she brought him.
She brought him back her own way, and then he died again.
That's 3 times.
Yeah.
That's insane. People struggle with one. I don't condone that. I don't. I hear the logic people trying to make, but you don't have to take a town over.
No.
That's not necessary. Like, you could have had your own bubble somewhere else that you created with nobody around.
Yeah, she had a cabin in the middle of nowhere in the mountains.
That's right. You could have created him and then just
live there.
And
no one would have bothered you. You had your own Vision, you could have saw the kids, and you could have lived there.
Yeah.
No one was gonna be like, "Hey, I wonder what Wanda's up to. Let's go bother her." It's like everyone was chilling,
Yes.
doing their own thing. Obviously, and all the Avengers are basically spread apart at the moment.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Yeah, like the only 3,
Yeah.
technically 4, I would say, at our close proximity would be Spider-Man. He's in New York. Ant-Man and Wasp are with their kids, and then Hawkeye's with his daughter.
Yeah.
And then I was 5, and then Strange.
The only person who I felt like had the ability to actually help was Strange.
Yes.
Because I felt like anybody else who would have went through there would have been whatever they would have turned into.
Yes.
All right, on to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very interested to see where this goes with Captain Rambo.
Okay.
AKA Photon. Space, yes. And if you haven't seen basically the end credit to the episode 9, the last one, the Skrulls obviously show up, shapeshift, and say, hey, he wants to talk to you. We all know who he is if you've been paying attention to Marvel. It's Nick Fury.
Yes.
He's just chilling down in space, just chilling, literally chilling.
He's doing whatever.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's running SWORD, obviously, but yeah, I'm very interested because I don't
think he's running SWORD.
I'm sorry.
They could have just infiltrated.
Yeah, I think he's just up there. I think he's running things, but from a Skrull standpoint, I think he's kind of
because he wanted to, outer space threats.
Yes,
they had like zero knowledge until Captain Marvel showed up, like back again.
Yeah,
and then he just took the ship, went with the Skrulls, went to space.
Yeah. So my thing is that I have a theory. I feel as though we have a Captain Marvel movie coming up. Or is it next year? I'm going to say next year. I could
next year, year after, 1 or 2. I don't remember. I
feel like that's going to be it. So it's like, and here's why. It's nothing against her. I don't bash her like everybody else does. I feel as though the Captain Rambo, who was obviously, if you didn't see Captain Marvel, she's the little girl who was the daughter, obviously, of Captain Marvel's friend in Flight Buddies. Obviously, her mom died. You find it out to start off the
from her flashback. Yes.
Was that episode 1 or 2? Was it 1?
1, I think.
You sure?
Because they went with Jimmy Woo.
Yeah.
Went to the town.
Yeah.
Then he called for backup. Then SWORD came, but then she went to try to do her pass. They was like, it don't work.
Yeah.
And then she's like, you know who I am. And then they buzzed her. The security guard got the phone call, buzzed her through.
Yeah.
And then that's when we found out through her that she reappeared after they reversed everything.
Yeah, which actually really cool. I like how they did that.
And then hospital was in like chaos because everyone started coming back. And then the nurse was like, "Oh, your mom died like 2 years ago."
Yeah. So that's huge. But I think because she has a disgust, clearly she has a distaste for Captain Marvel, as you can see in her face whenever they mention her. I think they're gonna have a fight.
Probably.
I feel like Photon's gonna win. Not now. I'm saying not. I feel like
in the movie.
In the movie, yes. Because at some point they're gonna have a collision. And I think that's going to lead to somehow Captain Marvel will be exited out, and they're going to have it to Photon, which
have her own movie.
Have her own movie, but I think she'll be part of the Avengers.
Oh, probably. I'm pretty sure they'll make up. I'm pretty sure something will happen. They'll fight, and then they'll come back, beat some villain. High five, girl power. And then I wouldn't be surprised if she gets a third movie, because most Captain Marvel. Because if you think about it, most Avengers have 3. Thor's going on his 4th. Captain America technically had 3 with Civil War.
Yeah, Civil War was the...
Black Panther's going on his 2nd. Iron Man had 3. Black Widow's getting 1 so far, maybe 2.
They said 2.
So 2. Ant-Man's going on his 3rd soon. Yes, his 3rd soon. So it wouldn't be that crazy to think that she gets a 3rd.
The reason I don't think so is because the movies that I'm not discounting her, but the movie characters that got those movies were like the original. Yeah. That's why I say that. I feel like she came like...
But that's the thing. Yeah. Depending on their lineup, because the only other movies we know right now, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Strange getting his 2nd.
Yes.
Ant-Man, Wasp getting theirs, Black Panther 2, Captain Marvel 2,
Yeah.
and then after that, we're guessing. I mean, also Blade.
Blade's coming out.
Blade's coming out. So after that, there's also crap Guardians.
Oh yeah,
Guardians getting a
yeah,
third.
getting a third. Yeah.
So outside of that, we can assume Spider-Man will get another one.
Yeah.
They'll probably do the mutants with / X-Men, Fantastic Four probably.
Yeah.
And then after that, we don't really know.
I don't
outside of their team up, eventual team up movie
I think
again.
that because, and it's thinking out loud, obviously. I think they're gonna stop at 2 with her, and again, I think they're gonna stop at 2 with her. I think Doctor Strange.
I think Strange could get 3.
Strange, because I think that's my point. Because I think Strange can get 3. Spider-Man's gonna get more.
Yeah.
Guardians is done after this one.
You sure?
Yeah, this is their last one.
Oh, okay.
Thor's a tough one because it really depends on how this movie goes.
They can do a lot with Thor still.
Yes,
with
because
his
they're
own
still doing
separate.
Lady Thor. Like it really depends on him because I know he said he wanted to do more. I feel like he had a really slow start.
Yes.
Compared to all the other ones.
Yes.
So I feel like now he's just like hitting.
Yeah,
that
because
stride.
I didn't want to say they're running out of movies, obviously, but compared to the core group,
yeah.
the only other ones that don't really have their like stride for movies is Thor. Hawkeye is getting his TV show. Widow's getting her movie eventually when they decide to come out.
7.
Yeah. And then outside of that, the only Avengers that's left will be Thor, Ant-Man, Spider-Man, and Hulk. And that's it. Well, Hulk's supposed to be in She-Hulk.
Yeah.
So he's primed to get more. And I still think I wouldn't be surprised if Captain Marvel gets a third. With or without Photon in there, I wouldn't be that shocked.
If she gets a third, it'll be with Photon.
Probably. And also depends what the next big villain is, how she can get a third.
Yeah, she's going to get, because she's going to be in an Avenger movie.
Yeah.
So that's another one. That's why I say I don't think she's going to get a third. I think it'll be the next one. And then she's going to be the leader, the captain for the Avenger movie. So I think that'll be hers. And then I think she'll be in Avenger movies while they'll end up having like the mutant movies, Fantastic Four, they'll do a Doom, the Deadpool.
I bet it could do.
I'm sure it's Spider-Man. You see my point? I think that's why with her, and again, it's not discrediting her. It's just that when you look at certain names, she's super powerful.
Yeah.
So I think that she's gonna look like Wanda. I don't think Wanda would ever get her own movie because I don't think it's necessary. I think they did obviously go off topic because it's not scripted.
Yeah.
But with Wanda, going back to Wanda, they did a great job of talking about her reasonings, her past, her family, her upbringing, the why, how she created. Like they did a great job in this series telling her story and not needing to do a movie out of it. So I'm okay with that. Pietro intrigues me also because I'm curious to see what they're going to do if this was just it. Because again, I'm not gonna lie. When they showed her childhood past, I think it was episode 8.
Yes.
8, yes. When they were going through her past. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. When I saw that bomb, that Stark thing, and I was waiting for like a boot, a red boot, or something, a cape. And see, everybody's like, it's Magneto. So I think that, I don't know. I just feel like somehow they should keep Pietro. I'm missing, the only issue I have with this one, as opposed to the one that died, which I would have preferred the one that died, was the accent and the look. The accent and the look, based off of to me, based combos went better with her and the Magneto family concept.
I mean, the only also thing would be they can't do him as Quicksilver. Yeah. Because he got, I guess, his power from that cursed thing. So when they do X-Men again, if they do another speedster, they would just have to cast another speedster. Yes. Because unless they do something crazy where somehow there's like an explosion, it goes over the world, and then mutants are bored, and then they're just like, we already established him in WandaVision. Let's just give him back I was supposed to say Speed Force, the speedster, like his speed back, pretty much. But other than that, once however they do mutants, how they get their powers from, they would just have to recast it.
Here's I have another thought. the movie that's coming up with Doctor Strange.
Yes.
That can cure a lot of things.
Yeah, that's what
I think that I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you need a Quicksilver if you're going to have Wanda. Now, again, we don't know how far they're going to go with Wanda, but I'm assuming based off of, because they asked Kevin Feige in the interview, is there going to be a season 2 with Wanda? And he said, well, I worked in here long enough to say never say never. So clearly she's going to be alive. She's going to be fine.
Yes.
I think she's going to play a part in the mutants in the Avengers movies. I think that Avenger movie she's going to be needed because of the now they're on a more of a galactic threats, which I feel like she's needed for it.
Yes.
So I feel like it's not like connecting with this, and it's like I feel like her and Deadpool have a lot of abilities to connect the mutants into Marvel, which I'm fine with. Well,
and also since they're doing the whole multiverse thing, they could just
somehow take something or take him or
take the actor who played Quicksilver in Ultron, have him where I'm assuming her kids are going to be.
Her kids, I feel like, are the main
point in Strange. So when I'm assuming her and Strange, I'm gonna guess the White Vision.
Say that. I'm sorry. Say that part again.
Wanda and Strange are gonna be in obviously just Doctor Strange movie.
Yes.
So I'm maybe with the White Vision as well. If the kids are involved and he has his memories back.
Yeah, he has.
Let's say he shows up somehow and they go into, I'm assuming, a multiverse or a portal, wherever the kids are, whoever the villain is there. I wouldn't be shocked if the actor who played Quicksilver in Age of Ultron is there. And their own mutant universe. Let's say the mutants are there in that universe, and you see Quicksilver there, and you see like Magneto, whoever other X-Men they have. They can also use that for Deadpool. Somehow by the end they jack that side up.
Deadpool can break that fourth wall kind of thing.
So let's say by the end of the movie, whatever happens, they end up jacking something up, because superheroes do that.
Yes, they do.
And that fuses into their universe somehow. So they have. So let's say there's, I don't know, like a vacant place. And wherever the vacant place was connecting to that universe, that's where you have the X-Men School Academy.
I see your point.
You have Quicksilver back. That's established. You have your mutants over there. You could have Deadpool. You could have Magneto, Xavier. You don't have to show like the entire cast, because if you're not doing another mutants movie set, 2-3 years from now, you can just show Quicksilver, the kids, Deadpool, his cast, and then you can hint at like, oh, Beast and blah blah blah, they're all fighting Sentinels or something, and then you'll have to show them without a cast yet, and then just slowly like, oh, this guy's gonna play Cyclops, this guy's gonna play Beastman, this guy's gonna play Iceman, and then you have the mutants done.
Yeah, because with multiverse, how the concept works is that, like, say me and you were having this conversation, right? And let's say we decided to start off, hey, I want to talk about football, I don't know, and then we decided not to, and we're doing this. Well, the other versions of ourselves are going that route. So again, if they go that route, again, based off of what I'm hearing in the interviews and the concept of the multiverse, it's going to be super crazy.
Yes.
And I'm looking forward to it because it's so much creativity that you can go with this.
Yeah.
So the way I somewhat look at it is that the version in Ultron where he died,
he can be alive.
Happened. Yeah. Yes. So again, it's I'm okay with that because I feel like there's the way Marvel is going with this. It's so many open doors. All they gotta do is just pick one and go through it.
So like it could be the case where instead of him dying, Wanda died. So, because remember, the movie's supposed to be like a horror thing. Yeah. So, instead of, and he can be like, oh, these are Wanda's kids. I'm going to look after them. Wanda shows up with Strange. He's like, you died. And she can be like, no, you died. Yeah. And the Strange is like, great.
You saw each other, basically. Okay, now the part of kids. I was a super fan of those kids.
I think they stay. I think they're gonna stay and be a part of the universe.
Because the way it ended, because you didn't. I think it was so clever because they didn't show them disappear.
You just heard the voice.
You just when they were doing when
she was meditating and reading the book.
Yeah, not that part in the house before Vision bounced.
Yeah,
when he died. You didn't even hear them. All you heard her say was like, which is super emotional. When she said, "Thank you for choosing me to be your mom," I was like, "Oh my god!" It was just like I felt that. But you didn't see them as, you just door closed.
Yeah.
So even when everything was kind of going back to normal, like, they're alive. And I think that was very clever because you didn't see them disappear. You didn't see anything go back to whatever. So at the end, again, spoiler, at the end credit, when you see her reading the book and getting all this knowledge of her powers, scary. The voice at the end, right before she wakes up and disappears, are her children. And so clearly, they're in there.
They somehow disappeared, or someone quickly just like snatched them to lure her in, or it could just be a lie, and whoever's looking for her or
Just
wants
use
her
that.
for her powers, like everyone thought. Who was that villain, the sorcerer villain that everyone was like?
Black guy?
No,
Mephisto,
Yeah. So it could be like use the voices. She's gonna go on with. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Or they could have just disappeared, but it's like a cliffhanger.
True.
So let's say he used their voices. She's gonna go herself, and then Strange is gonna pop up, or she's gonna go to Strange, and then they're gonna go in, and then it could just be the case where like, oh no, your kids really disappeared. I just lured you in here to grab your powers because I sent Agatha. She failed.
You failed miserably.
Blah blah blah. They lose the first time. She goes back to grab Agatha. Who is he? And then she's like, oh, that's my my boss or whatever, and tell me about it, blah, blah, blah. Then obviously they go back.
Yeah. Agatha's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's absolutely hilarious. That song is on my gym tunes. No. All right, so to wrap this up, no, I'm a fan. I would grade it
8.
I would give it a 9. The only reason I'm gonna give it a 9 because I'm not gonna lie, they hyped up a space physicist, engineer, and everybody's like, who's it gonna be? And then they did the Office thing. I was like,
well, they said the mystery person that I think I saw it today. They had asked Jimmy Woo.
He's still coming. Actually.
Yeah, they like he never showed up.
Yeah, he's gonna be in future Marvel things, which again I'm still leaning towards.
Technically, the only guy left is Reed Richards. It's just who plays Reed Richards.
And I am.
Which it makes sense that they didn't show him because think about it, they would have showed him, and they would be like, oh, this is Reed Richards, or if he would have did like a stretch thing. Or it said something. People would be like, Fantastic Four, who's playing this? Is his wife playing? And Marvel would have people would have asked more questions. They would have asked more questions about him than the show at that point.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So it's easy to just say like we're still gonna hold off revealing it.
So this year we should get the announcement because last year they said it was in.
I don't think we'll get it if Marvel does their Disney Expo thing. I think we'll get it then. As well as like,
it should be at that point.
Yeah, we'll get maybe the cast for Fantastic Four, or at least one main person, or maybe 2 of him and his wife play. Yeah. And I think we'll get like mutants, maybe Deadpool information. What other plans they have for TV shows and movies going forward?
Yeah, because we'll get Deadpool information, Blade.
Yes. Guardians.
Well, I don't know about Guardians.
No, they might say something. No.
Oh, then okay.
They
might. The script's done.
Well, yeah. They have to do the casting
for Guardians.
They have the cast. I'm sure. The main core is there's everyone else who they need.
Yeah. So I feel like we'll get Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
Because they're filming Ironheart. Fantastic Four. I don't know about mutants.
I wouldn't be surprised if they announced at least one. Casting for it or something.
Yeah, I'm not here. Just taking it all. No. I would give it a 9, but overall, I thoroughly enjoyed that. Like they did something that was different. Yeah, it really was like an emotional attachment to this show, and I was cool with it. So yeah, I'm a fan. Next week, this week, Falcon and Winter Soldier come out. Again, they're only scheduled for now to only have 1 season.
I mean, but the episodes are like an hour.
Yes, they are.
Which hopefully, please, the credits.
The credits, yeah. Now, I don't know if they did it on purpose.
I feel like they did.
That's my point. I think now seeing the end credits as they started to show up towards the later episodes.
Like, I get the after credits, but you don't need to make the show. It's like the Falcon and Winter Soldier is supposed to be like 45 to 50 something minutes. If the show's going to be 50 minutes, at least have like 46, 47, 45 minutes of it, and then the last 5 minutes just your long credits. With WandaVision, you had to show like let's say 40 minutes, and then you ran a show for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And then the last 10 was 2 credits and no after credit scenes until like the last 2 or 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Like, we don't need like 15-minute long
yeah,
credits.
No, I get you. Yeah.
Like, unless you're gonna show an after credit scene, that's fine.
Yeah.
But you don't need that long bar. Cause I'm like scrolling through like after credits. No, after credits. No, last 2-3 episodes you give after credits.
They tucked you in.
Yeah,
they got us all. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us on this WandaVision, Marvel, all this conspiracy theory lines and points that's coming from this. Thank you so much for joining us. On the next episode, we will be talking about Xbox, Microsoft acquiring Bethesda, and actually, I am developing and it's only 1% of hope. I have scaled back. I have thought about the bigger picture. Now, my bigger picture is not going to, I'm pretty sure my bigger picture does not work with their bigger picture. My bigger picture makes sense. How this can benefit them if it is done the right way. And they have a very small margin for error because they annoying. So yeah, so that's going to be the next episode. I'm pretty sure I will be doing more talking on that one. Because I am a Microsoft Xbox fan who has now become a PlayStation fan because of those same reasons. So yeah, it is. I have my personal thoughts of how this can work. And I don't know, man. We're gonna see. I don't have hope, honestly, but I'm going to give them 0.1% chance of hope with this. I don't have hope. It's so small. Oh man. All right. What?
Let you go on.
No, I'm good. We're gonna wait past the time. This will be for the next episode.
Like, you're about to cry when you start talking. Just watching you.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us. Like, share, subscribe, comment. All of the above. What?
You did it all backwards again.
There's no line in order for it. Just
every YouTuber knows is like, comment, subscribe. Not like, share, comment, subscribe.
Share too. Hit us in the comment section below. Let us know what you think of WandaVision and let us know how you think it is going to go from this point forward with Marvel in the multiverse of madness. It's gonna be so good. I'm so looking forward for that movie. I was actually about to go on a DC rant because I saw the trailer for Darkseid. Yeah, but I'm gonna save that for a different thing because that's coming out too this week, so that'll be awesome. All right, thank you so much for joining us. Till next time, maybe. Peace.
Thank you so much.